Hello, I'm back with another mukbang. Why was I born in the season? I don't understand. I hate winter. Spring is cool, but like the coldness I cannot take. I'm always vexed. I'm always miserable. I'm always tired. Like the highlight of this whole season in Japan is Sakura. That's all I care about. Anything else, get lost. Go to hell, okay? Is that too much? I'm so sorry, guys. It's time for a candid talk about how I messed up again. I mean, I'm always messing up, but this just takes the cake. Or does it take the bento? It's Sakura, baby. All kinds of colours. It smells good. I am starving. I got my natural Sakura. You guys have seen it in my vlogs. If not, you need to check it out. This is a Hanami moment. Hanami is like a picnic, cherry blossom viewing moment. And this is what we're having, aren't we, baby? Even the elastic's pink. See, this is Ekiben. Usually people buy them on their train journeys. Eki means station, bento means lunchbox, Ekiben, train, station, lunchbox. Why did I struggle to get that out? I don't know. Let's open this baby. I just wanted to talk to you today about, wait, hold on. This is the cheap paper. This is really cheap. This is like 780 yen, which is like £5 or $6. Very cheap, guys. Not feeling it. Oh, she pretty. I have a lot of contacts in the DMs, guys. Not gonna lie. I received a message from a guy who I kind of recognised but didn't, because I feel like it had been a long time. And he's like, oh, long time no speak. And I was like, I was trying to figure out who this person was. And he's like, oh yeah, we haven't met since the last time we met. I came to yours or came to pick you up. I was like, well, I get a lot of people to pick me up who drive in that certain location. So that didn't narrow it down. And to be honest, I wasn't too fussed about who it was, because I thought, oh, I would have blocked them already if like they weren't saying anything like to that level. Do you know what I mean? Some people I keep around, some people we just drift off and I totally forget to delete them. So there's different reasons why people are still on my line and still in my feed of messages or contacts. So anyways, couldn't figure out who this guy was, wasn't really trying to, and he's like, do you want to meet up? And I'm like, sure. Let's get into the rice. We've got rice with sakura, shumai, which tastes like sausage. We've got bits of veg and fish, but I feel like this is just so cute, and this is the reason why I really want to eat it, is because it's Sakura season and I want to talk about starting afresh and not making stupid ass mistakes. Sakura tastes like cherry to me, so it's kind of weird having the salty kind of cherry flavour on my rice. But I don't hate it. The tiny Sakura. It's like a cross between umeboshi, which is like pickled plum, and cherry. Daikon or radish. Hello. So anyway, like, why can I low-key taste soap or perfume? So confused. I didn't want this guy to pick me up in the same place because it was near to my old home. And I didn't want him to know where my new home was, because I've moved, obviously. I met somewhere like in between to keep it kind of vague. I don't know what this is, guys. It looks like pickle, but it's like so thin. It's like a sheet of pasta or something. It's really weird. Does that have mustard on it? I think that was mushroom with mustard on it. What a bizarre taste. This looks like mustard. Look at this. Bean sprouts with egg. I think it's egg. I don't like mustard. I made a mistake, guys. How dare they put this in my bento? Fish time. Plain, no seasoning. What can I do? Get used to this. This is going to be like one of many Hanami Sakura bentos. There's about 2 more that I want to try, so sit tight, people. I'll be back with more gossip. 4 talking points. I asked this dude to meet me and he's like, oh, we didn't meet there last time. And I'm like, yeah, sorry, this place is just better because it's closer to cafes and we want to meet at a cafe, and there's a lot of cafes in this area. That's my excuse. So he's like, oh, okay, then I'll meet you there. So I'm there waiting at the station, because I said meet me at the station. I kind of assumed he was not taking a car. And when I met up with him, he's like, hi, Can you guess which one it was? Can you guess who it was? One of the worst ones that I've ever been on a date with. Oh my God, guys. My mic just dropped. I was like, are you for real? Am I an idiot? I think I am. But it was the guy who took me to freaking Siberia. It was him. I'm like, oh my gosh, what did I do? And once again, I got catfished. Catfished again. He doesn't look like his picture, so I couldn't identify who he was. So stupid. So I'm like, oh no, it's you. My eyes are like wide and I'm like, shh. But yet again, he's not a bad person, but I don't want to be brutal, you know, because it's not in my nature. I'm too nice. Carrot, of course. They didn't even bother make this into Sakura shape. This is how you know it's cheap. They didn't even bother. They're like, here's a cut up piece of carrot. I could have made this, people. Presentation, Japan. I thought you were on point. I wasn't just annoyed about the carrot. I was annoyed about him, you know? I was like, oh my God, I made a boo-boo. I made a mistake. It's been a while, hasn't it? It's like, yeah, I haven't seen you since Corona. I kind of wish it had took me out right now, but you know. I'm kidding, guys, relax. I was like, I can't stay out too long. I have insert stupid ass excuse. Here, I'm busy. I've got to go do these chores, whatever. No, you have not accidentally clicked on another video. This is the same video, guys, and I didn't even press record. Somehow I managed to record the end, but I never recorded like the middle part. So to repent for my rookie YouTube mistake, I decided to wait 3 hours for this special bento. It's a Hina Matsuri bento. Hina Matsuri is celebrating girls. It's Girls' Day, and the reason they do this is to celebrate health, wealth, prosperity, all that good stuff, like wishing luck for their girls. I'm a girl. I'm not a child, but I'm a girl, so I'm gonna take it. All right, let's eat. Give me a thumbs up for the chaos, and also bonus bento. Maybe work out to be about $11 or $12, maybe 10 or 11 pounds. Okay. Oh my God, she's totally cute though. New setup. At the end, I ate the little sakura flower was actually like a fish cake or a gelatine kind of tasting texture fish cake. There was no sakura flavor whatsoever. It was just in the shape of a sakura, and the mochi, white bean mixed with a sakura flavoring. That's all that's interesting about that bento. Oh my God. That was good. Shreds of egg. Of course, we've got shrimp or prawns if you're from the UK. Good. Anyway, back to the story. Shit. That scared me. I made up an excuse and I was like, yeah, I gotta go home to do this and that. I've got things to do, blah, 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 blah. Can we, like, you know, cut it short? I don't have a lot of time to spend with you. He laps it up. He's like, yeah, okay. My original plan or desire was to eat around the area, go to a cafe and go to restaurants, because there was a lot of restaurants or cafes in that area. That was the whole point. And he's like, well, since we don't have a lot of time, I was thinking maybe we can go to the park. And I'm like, this cheap ass again. Let's go to the park, yeah, whatever. And we're walking from the train station, and he's like, where are you going? I parked my car. And I was like, oh, you drove here? He's like, yeah, I drove here. Ooh, what's this? Like a little, I don't even know, a package? How cute. Oh my God. Tofu. Inside the package is like vegetable. Let me know if you care about seeing the food properly or not. It's probably very bizarre to you and me. I mean, I'm not used to it, but at least you can see what I'm eating. Which is more important, my face or the food, or both? Hi, baby. So I was like, oh, you drove here. I thought you were catching the train. That's why I said the train station, because I totally forgot he drove. Anyway. So we went into the car and he's like, oh, well, you know, when we meet up next time. Next time, he said. In my mind, I'm thinking there's not going to be a next time. But okay. He's like, if we're going to meet next time, then it would be better to meet at the place that we did before, because it was really convenient to park there and it was free. And I have to pay for parking, and it's expensive to pay for parking here. Bitch. The parking was about 300 yen, okay? It wasn't anything. That's about what? $2? $2.50? chill your briefs, chill your nuts. I think it was even less than that because we didn't take no time at all getting from the train station to the car park. It was literally right around the corner. If you're trying to impress a girl, don't be talking about money and don't be talking about how it's expensive to park here. It's not that expensive. Like, you're already complaining and I just met you. I just met up with you. This is not a good start to the date. You are complaining, sir. Shut the fuck up. He's there complaining how it's costing him money to park and next time we should just meet at the original place. But remember, guys, oh God. I didn't want to tell him that I've moved. And the reason why I chose this location is because it's more convenient for me. Yeah, next time. Okay, cool. I sat down, right? The car is not the same. I remember last time it was like a 4x4 or it was a nicer car. This car was one of those ugly box Japanese cars. Okay, I don't even have a car, so I cannot judge. But it was when I actually sat down in the seat, I grabbed onto the seatbelt. And when I looked at the seatbelt, I was like, there was a freaking panda attached to the seatbelt. You know those very little attachment things that like the cutesy girls, like the kawaii girls like to have on the seatbelt and they have fur around the wheel. That kind of ish. And I was like, sir, are you okay, sir? I'm sorry. But the thing is, it was so out of character. I don't remember that existing the first time I went into his car at all. It was just plain, normal, simple, cool. And he was playing Chinese music. That's what I remember from the last time. Why is this a thing? This furry panda head stuck to me on my chest and I'm like, what is this? And I'm like, oh, you like pandas? And he was like, oh yeah. In my mind, I'm thinking, is this your car or is this your sister's car? Because it was just so out of character. Never heard him speak about pandas. Never heard him have kawaii moments. In fact, this guy is like the total opposite of kawaii. Everything that he's interested in is non-kawaii. So I was like trying to figure out what the hell is going on with this panda car. The heck? Do you know what I mean? And I saw some like some little like figurines at the front. So the whole vibe of the car changed and he was like, his excuse was, oh, I decided to downgrade and downsize because it was very expensive to keep my car, my original car. You remember the car, right? So I decided to downgrade and get something a little bit more easy to run and something cheap. And I'm like, yeah, but what's the need for the pandas? And that's all I kept thinking in my head. And I was like, are you lying to me? Because I feel something's off. Anyway, so we start driving to this park, which isn't too far away. In the time that we're driving to this park, he keeps going on and on about how he doesn't know his way to this park from here and it would have been easier to navigate if we had met up in the original place. And I'm like, shut the f up. Do you know what I mean? Like, stop talking about it. Let it go. It's happened. It's happening. Let it go. And he was already irritating me. I was like, I'm gonna just do a double barrel roll and roll out of this damn car. Do you know what I mean? Like, what the hell? So I just wanted to escape already and I'm like, thank God I made up some lame excuse saying that I can't spend much time with him. Maximum an hour and then I'm out, I'm dipping and I am not going to make the same mistake again. The parking price isn't too bad and he seemed very like happy about that, like nodding to himself and I'm like, damn, this boy's so freaking cheap. Yeah, like why? There's a lot of kids playing. It's a huge park. The families are out. It's a lovely sunny day. Okay. I don't mind a good stroll and it's healthy. And if I need to run away, I can run. I think that's cognac. Yeah, cognac. It's good. It tastes a bit like a pork flavour or something. The way that it's been cooked. And there's these little vending machines. And he's like, oh, do you want an ice cream? You don't want to go to a cafe or a restaurant, but you'll buy me a cheap ass ice cream that I can clearly get for myself. Like, I like to feel a little bit special, but I just feel that he's cheap at this point. So I'm like, yeah, I'll have this ice cream. So he buys me the ice cream. I'm grateful. We're walking around trying to find a place to sit and talk. And the conversation's just like the same thing again. He's talking about himself, but he's not connecting. He asks me a question, but he's not giving me anything back when it comes to this question. It's totally random. There's no feedback. There's no flow. He's just like, what grade do you teach? And I'm like, elementary. And he's like, oh, okay, I see. I went to Russia one time and that is not the topic. Why don't you comment on something about elementary? In fact, why don't you ask more questions about me? I hated his conversational style and I feel like he's really lacking the skills to communicate. So the same thing happened again and I was like, it wasn't a fluke. It wasn't a one-off. It was the same thing again. I couldn't believe it. I was like, this guy, like, I'm on repeat right now. Is this Groundhog Day? What is going on? So I'm there getting annoyed. I swear to God, the man is a Russia government / North Korea government sympathizer. That's what I got from him. He's a sympathizer, and I'm not into politics, but I know what's what, okay? And anyone that's down with that, I'm not down with you. I don't want to be involved. And plus, I don't want to talk about that. We're on a date. You should be trying to get to know me, showing some interest in me. You don't talk about religion and politics when you're going on a date, at least not the first few dates. Do you know what I mean? That's something that you get a little bit into later down the line. It was just very intense for no reason. I'm like, I'm not doing this with you again. So I kept trying to change the subject to do it. He didn't catch the cues. Oh, it was a lot of hard work. You know, when it's just draining. And I'm like, you know what? This is what I deserve, okay? This is what I deserve for keeping him on my line. I'm an idiot. I deserve this. I'm gonna have to just bear with it for a little while. Thank God we're in a park, because I'm just asking random questions like, oh, there's a kite. Have you ever flown a kite before? Look at the grass, look at the tree, look at the weather, look at the family, look at kids. Anything but what we're talking about, please, anything. So I'm just desperately like grasping, clutching at straws, right? And he's not picking up what I'm throwing down. He's not getting it. He keeps taking it back to Russia, China, or North Korea, and I'm like, I'm about to lose my damn mind thinking how. And then he proceeds to tell me his history about him working, about him studying in Russia, and I'm like, I know all this. And I was like, I know. I like cut him off. I was like, I know, yeah, you've told me before. And he's like, oh. This lasts for about 20 minutes, and you know what? I had enough, guys. I had enough. I was at my cracking point. I was at my breaking point. I was like, nah. Another package for us. I don't know what's gonna be in this one. You see that thing poking out, that dark thing? It's like meat, like cured meat or something. Like jerky. It's good. It's like fishy, but also meaty. Because it's wrapped up in seaweed, it's really weird, but I like it. It's a sweet taste. I like the new stuff that I'm trying today. I start pretending that the sun's in my face and it's like, are you okay? And I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. And he carries on talking. And if he goes back to the topic of Russia, North Korea, or China, I start going like this, like the sun's in my eyes. And then eventually I had enough and I was like, oh, you know what? Let's get up and walk. It's too hot for me, like in this position. That's my excuse. So we're walking and he has like nothing to say because he can tell that I'm a bit irritated. And I'm not trying to be mean about it, but I just really had enough, and I was like, I really hate this. This is the worst date, part 2. Like, why am I extending the torture? We gotta go. And I didn't say that, but I literally walked into the car. He probably thought, oh, why don't we go in the other way, deeper into the park? But I was like, no, bitch, we are walking. I'm gonna walk your ass back to the car. We're going. I asked him to drop me off near my apartment. Can you pull over at these lights? Because I gotta go to some store over there. Pure lie. Don't need to take me back to the train station, it's fine. I've gotta go to this special store. Pure lie. But you didn't know that's where my apartment was. So I pressed the eject button many ample amount of times. I was out of there, guys. Could not believe it. This rice has got like vinegar in it. Mirin, I think it's called, which is a special cooking rice. Rice vinegar, sorry. I'm there sitting, thinking to myself, like, I made this mistake. This is my fault. There's 2 things that I gotta do to end this crazy saga with this person, like, the next day. I was respectful. I was like, thanks for meeting with me. But I think this is where, you know, we're very different in personalities, and I think we should leave it here. I'm not interested in you. And, but I wish you the best for the future. I gave him the closure to, like, never come back, and then I blocked his ass. I didn't even want a reply. I blocked him instantly. I was like, I cannot keep that door open for the slightest chance that we ever meet again. I do not want to meet you again, sir. Not in this lifetime. Not in any lifetime. I don't want to see you. So that is the mistake I made, you know? It's like in a gooey sauce kind of thing. Prawn. Very Chinese kind of taste. See that thin sheet or something? I think it's egg, but I like the sauce. A hint of oyster sauce or sesame. This time we've got 3 coloured mochi. There's white anko. Soft, pillowy. Love the texture of mochi. Doesn't really taste of anything, but I like the sweetness. Let's try the green one. Might be matcha, hopefully. There's anko inside, but I don't hate it. because there's only a tiny amount, so it's like bearable. Hooray! It's the same thing as I had in the last bento. It has a sakura. Delete people, block people. If they're not saying anything, if you're not compatible, if you don't feel them, if they did something to you that you just dislike, cut them off, let them go. I don't know about you, but I just gotta learn how to delete my contacts. Like, if I'm not into you, I'm not into you, and goodbye. Because then I'm just gonna be having this index of random guys that I don't care about. Half the time in Japan, either the pictures aren't real, it's not even of them, and they're writing in kanji, their name's in kanji. So how the hell am I supposed to remember? How? You know? And this is a lesson for you guys, like, don't do it to yourself. Don't do what I did. Let's cut back to me in the past to say goodbye. All I need right now is my sakura. My sakura is giving me life. I don't need no man to freaking... Somebody doesn't believe me. I've had enough. Anyways, guys, if you've had enough and you've had a situation like that with that just one person that just... Ugh, yeah, let me know. Thank you for listening and watching me eat food. And hopefully you enjoy these sakura bentos, even though I'm ranting in these ones. It's a story time, but it's also me ranting about how I feel about certain situation. If you did like it, give it a like. Comment down below if you can relate, or is there anybody that you just like, oh, I instantly had to cut it off and just walk away or run away or make an excuse. Please let me know. Can't believe this happened to me again. Enjoy spring, guys. If you're in Japan and you made it for spring, enjoy. I'll be back again with another bento. Next time, guys. Faito, gambate, peace and love. Bye.